For this video, I'll be giving a lesson on the most beautiful, talented, wonderful, colorful, amazing insect that God has ever created. You got 5 seconds. Do you think you can figure out what I'm talking about? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm talking about the honeybee, of course. The best thing on this planet. And it would not be right to talk about the honeybees without mentioning the queen bee, the greatest queen of all. Queen Beyonce. Make sure you say thank you to Beyonce. The order Hymenoptera alopeda, and honeybees have an ovipositor, which is a barbed stinger that bees have, but in normal insects and bugs, that is the egg-laying apparatus. Honeybees are very structured creatures. They're well organized with divisions of labor that start as soon as you are born. The queen is the only reproductive female in the hive, and her goal is to give birth. And when I say give birth, because she can have up to 1,000 babies a day. Could you imagine that? 1,000, that's such a huge number. My life would be changed if someone gave me $1,000 right now, if anyone feels up to the task. The queen controls the sex of her offspring. If she gives sperm to the egg, guess what? It's a girl, pink for girls. And if she chooses not to give sperm to the egg, it's a boy, sadly. I know you're probably wondering how this colony life and hive life all starts. It's quite simple. There's a beautiful, amazing, talented virgin queen that flies around in search of drones. And she puts down her best effort, and all the drones flock to her because you know what? They love what she's putting down and who wouldn't. But the thing about the virgin queen is she's a bit promiscuous. And so she mates a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And so that's the beginning of the wonderful life cycles of bees. I mentioned that the queen's only role is to give birth, and you might be wondering what happens when there are too many bees in a colony, because 1,000 births a day sounds like a need for the Hunger Games, and it's simple. Swarming occurs, in which the colony grows too big and the pheromone level drops, and the queen realizes she has to dip before the ship sinks. So she will take a bunch of her worker bees to a new site to begin the new colony. And basically swarming, how do I describe it? It's like everybody playing drunk baseball, where you all spin around your baseball bat, and there's a bunch of bees going around in circles. And you can see how chaotic that can be if thousands of bees are all doing that. A fun fact about the colony and hive is that the queen substance that the queen produces herself, hence the name the queen substance, is used to stop reproduction in workers. She's the only one that's allowed to have fun. And another fun fact is that new queens who are being prepared to lead their own hive and colonies are fed a very special royal jelly. And bees are equipped with stingers attached to the venom sacs. So those are several fun facts. On the topic of overpopulation and the need for a Hunger Games, you might be wondering what happens in the summer. For example, we're in New Mexico, it can get up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and whatever it is if you're a European. Thankfully, we're in America and we use Fahrenheit. Well, and when the hive becomes too hot, the bees, with their big strong wings, flap their wings to maintain the cool temperature inside the hive. And that's just so impressive. They're so talented, they're so creative. Where would we be without bees? I just asked you the question, where would we be without bees? And a lot of people might skim over that and think, oh, bees aren't that important, but that is simply not true. Bees are one of the biggest pollinators, and you know what pollinators do? They help keep the beautiful roses and flowers all over the earth alive. Where would you be on Valentine's Day? Imagine, picture this, a hard scenario where you actually have someone who cares for you and you love them and you want to get them flowers. But you won't be able to do that because bees are one of the biggest pollinators all over the earth, and without them, a lot of flowers would be dead. And so we should thank bees every Valentine's Day because you're able to give your special honey a beautiful rose. I've mentioned how structured and organized bees are in everything they do when it comes to pollinating and just keeping the earth flowing. But bees also like to have fun, and in the instance of the waggle dance, in which a bee directs other bees to food source at 75 yards away. And I'm not the best dancer, and I'm gonna try imitate it. It's not gonna be as good as how the bees do it. Basically, you just waggle, waggle, waggle in the direction. You might go gnaw. Show what if it's to the right, to the left, a little waggle here and there. And there we go. Food source 75 yards or more away.